Hey, welcome back, everybody. I hope you had a good break. Your eyes do not deceive you. I am not Megan. It is me, Philip. I am in the middle screen today. For those of you joining us for the first time, where have you been? This might be confusing. Maybe you want to go back and watch our previous episodes on VODs or YouTube, I think. Is it on YouTube? Are we on YouTube?
Yep.
We're on YouTube.
We're correct.
Yep.
YouTube VODs.
That's right. You're picking us up on the 2 bonus episodes of our series, the first chapter of Harbingers, our season 1, Coven. This is the last 2 episodes of that. This is the first of 2 parts in which I'm sitting in the GM's chair and Megan is forced to deal with whatever I say. So everyone's very excited.
Wow!
So
That went somewhere.
But yes, this is Harbinger's Coven. It's a story in multiple parts, played using the Savage Worlds Adventure Edition rule set. What else do we need to cover? Maybe donation options. Maybe we should get that out of the way.
Yeah.
We're on Dragons and Things, and we're an independent bunch of people doing this ourselves. We don't have any major corporate sponsorship that I know of. Maybe we do. I'm just unaware. But if you like what you see,
underground.
Only underground.
All the underground stuff.
Yeah, all the underground stuff. So if you like what you see, you should support us here. Or if you do not want to support us financially, we would love to have you support us by spreading the word about Harbingers, so we can do a season 2. The donation array. There is Megan. Donation array.
There is me. Yes.
There's me.
Yes. Here's me. That's all I have to say. You can do lots of fun things with the donation array. Basically, what happens is when you all tip here, not only are you telling us that you like the show and you want to continue to see it, but you get an extra bonus a little bit with that, which means that we're going to roll a d20. So that means there are 20 different options that can come up on that d20. Now, we only roll that whenever we hit certain cumulative markers. So it's all you guys working together. So that means you could donate $1 and someone else could, and eventually that could add up to it. Or you can do a whole chunk, whatever you would like to do, whatever works for you is how that is set up. So the first $25, we will get a d20 roll. The second $25 cumulative will get a d20 roll, and then it's every 50 after that. So the first array, the d20, is the die of chance. The die of chance has a bunch of fun things on it. If you get a 20 on that one, it's going to graduate to the die of fate. The die of fate is a d10. It has some more interesting things happening. And then if you get a 10 on that one, it's going to go to the die of destiny. And the die of destiny is a d4. And those will have story implications that Philip will have to figure out. So that should be interesting. That's how that works. You can also give us some ancestral messages. Those are $15. And that's just to let the Coven here know from the ancestors, maybe a bit of advice or something that might be helpful or whatever it is you want to tell them. That also goes towards the cumulative goals. I think that covers it. Back to you, Philip.
All right, so that's our donation array. Very exciting stuff. I think before we get started in earnest, we should kick it to the players, reintroduce themselves. Sorry, my light is slowly falling off my. Oh, maybe it'll be fine. Who knows?
Get it now.
I don't know what
Just
to
fix
do
it. It's
Who knows?
okay.
Maybe I'm so excited
Lamp.
that I'm kicking my light stand. That's why.
Stop stabbing.
So we're gonna kick it to the players. The players are gonna reintroduce yourselves in case anyone forgot your names because we were gone for 2 weeks.
I'll look
Who you
down
guys
here.
are playing?
Oh, there it is.
What?
Ignore me. I'm just being stupid. Ignore me.
Ignore me.
Okay. We'll hear more about that later, I guess. We're gonna hear about who you guys are playing. If you got to highlight your most recent advance you took, and I would love to know what your thoughts are on your character's thoughts are on the fact that Black Point is not what you thought it was. How are you feeling about that,
Yeah.
everyone? So yeah, let's start with Meghan.
Oh, hot seat. Hello. Hi. Thank you. Yes. My name is Meghan Caves. I play Piper Notley, and it's really fun. This is fun. I haven't gotten to play like this for a while, so I'm excited. I haven't even really gotten to describe Piper to you all. Yeah, so Piper, she has fall colors in her hair. It's kind of like a magic thing in a way. She kind of changes it in the way that she wants to. So it's green, it's orange, it's gold, and it is red. Red is the predominant color, as that is her predominant hair color and natural hair color as well. She is modeled after Percy Weasley. So she's a little bit, I'm saying the description of her kind of looks a bit stuck up as well. She's very put together. That's Piper for you. My most recent advance is Strong-Willed. I took that edge. Strong-Willed gives me a +2 to resist smarts and spirit-based tests, which includes fear, which I thought might be really beneficial. And also, I feel like Piper is incredibly strong-willed and will only continue to probably grow more strong-willed. So that's pretty much where she is. So your question, did I cover everything? I think I did. Except for the question,
yeah.
Right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is an interesting question for me. Piper does not know what to think. Piper is frustrated. She's angry. She's sad. She's terrified. Her and Rowan are essentially the ones who will have to lead the town now that all the elders are gone, and Piper in no way, shape, or form feels ready for that. And now she's learned that everything she was trying so hard to be so perfect at was maybe the wrong thing to be trying to do. And now everyone's gone, and it's up to her, and everything just crashed and burned, and Bertram just ran off as a different person, and I think right now she's in some shock. I don't know that she's had the time to even think about what's going on, except shock.
Okay. Let me ask you one more question, Meghan.
Okay.
What is the biggest physical or mental difference in Piper since we first met her 8 weeks ago, however long it's been, to now? How has she changed during this whole experience?
I think she's changed in a lot of ways. She is much more compassionate, outwardly compassionate, I think, than she was at the beginning. She's a little less judgmental, at least of this group. I don't know that judgment is ever going to fully go away, because it's probably something that comes out when she's extra stressed as well, because she needs to control everything and feel in control. But I think she's having to embrace seeing her idols crash and burn in front of her, and learning that she's completely out of control and having to figure out how to maneuver through that. So I think at this point she's kind of in a low moment, but I think the goal, or the hopeful goal, if she goes the right direction, at least she'll become stronger. In her look, she's become a little less put together. She's a little less uptight. She's a little bit less, everything isn't quite as up against her throat as maybe her clothes had been before. She's a bit freer in her energy and her demeanor. That's what I would say.
Okay. All right. Thanks for the update, Megan. Who are we talking to next?
For sure. Oh, I'm gonna make Diana go.
I had it.
Diana!
Okay, hi guys. I'm Diana Restrepo. I'm playing Rowan Thornhart. I was the sister of Bertram Thornhart, but that is no more. I mean, we don't know. She is one of the elders, like Piper, part of the Coven. She's basically magic based, not really a fighter in terms of like melee. I would feel like Rowan too would be a little bit disheveled looking, like tears, like just like you could just see like, dried tears on her with just all the emotions and like what's going on. Before I get into all of that, but one of the new things I took, I figured it'd be kind of like a nice like goodbye to Bertram. Bertram's power of protection has transformed into me as he was leaving. So it's like my brother left me with that to help me on my journey. I thought that was kind of a cool idea to do.
Yeah.
What do I think is going on? Me too. What do I think?
Yeah.
She's also confused. She doesn't know what to do. She's lost everyone. So she's very upset. She feels alone. I think just feeling empty and alone and almost to the point of giving up. Because she's lost her mom. I don't know about my dad. She's lost her brother. Eden Lobo was a person that she looked up to. All the elders. So she's definitely alone.
Man.
Don't.
Oof. Tough stuff. Yeah. No. All right, Diana, who are we talking to next?
Let's talk to Randy!
Hey!
Yeah. No, I'm sitting here like, what am I going to say? No. I'm Randy Alvarenga. I play Leander Notley, who thought he was the brother of Piper Notley. What he looks like is he works out on a farm, so he's kind of like earth tones, like browns and greens. He's kind of disheveled, sort of not really taking care of his appearance, whereas like Piper is sort of probably more put together in what he thought was perfection. He is by far the opposite. And I mean, I think for him, this entire journey has been a lot of pushing himself beyond what he ever thought was going to happen. I won't say he was content with where his life was. He sort of kept to himself and stayed in where he was, but he felt that was where his life was going to be, and he had come to a certain amount of acceptance of that, or at least he thought he did. But this adventure sort of has pushed him way beyond anything that he ever thought he could do. And I think for that, he's gotten a little bit more, just slightly, of a backbone. I think that's why, for my advance this time, I took Spirit, because I think like his spirit is a little bit stronger, having been through all of these crazy things. What does he think about it?
What does Spirit do for those of us who don't know?
Oh yeah. So I mean, I'm still learning myself, but I did pull it up right here, so I could look and double check. But for our specific, for us, the one thing that we see it a lot in this campaign has been fear checks. Right? Am I right with that? And then
oh, you're right.
Yeah.
There's also corruption, and there's just like the fear that he's gonna lose who he is. So I like to think of it a bit as like who he is, who is Leander, and him finding a little bit more of himself and feeling stronger about it. Not super strong, just a little bit. And then what do I think about all of the stuff that's happening? I think he has no fucking clue. I was not going to cuss, but I decided to cuss. He has no clue. He has no clue what's going on, right?
F-bomb in the chat.
There's an F-bomb in chat. Sorry, I
sure did. It. Yeah, I did.
So, like, he has no idea what's happening. There is a dragon, and, like, Bertram broke the sky, and the world is crazy. Like, his mind can't even fathom what is reality. I think the thing that hurts him the most, and the thing that he hasn't told himself, is that Piper isn't his sister. So much of who he is has been sort of trying to live up to who Piper was. And so it's hard for him to sort of come to terms with some of the revelations he has found out.
Yeah. I guess dovetailing in that, then what's the biggest mental or physical difference since we first met Leander? A lot has happened since then.
Yeah, I mean, I think mentally he's definitely stronger than he knows he's a little bit stronger. And I think that's come from the group sort of helping say that to him and telling him that he can do it, because he didn't think that was true, right? Like, he thought he was kind of a fuck up. Well, and then
another one.
There it is again.
All that bombs.
I only get one though.
Doing more than me. I'm not allowed to do them.
So my mom would not be happy about that. But physically, I think I don't think there's too much of a change. Because I would say, like, normally he'd probably be walking a little bit straighter, but I don't think he's that old yet. Yeah. All right.
Well, thanks for the update, Randy. Who should we talk to?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe Adam.
Yay! Adam. Thanks, Randy. Appreciate it. Hello, friends. I'm Adam Kahn, playing Hadrian Hattie Marth, your local fisherman in Black Point, but maybe not local fisherman in Black Point anymore, since it's all a lie, Megan. Thank you so much for that. But yeah, Hattie is he's kind of like on the. I see him very much, especially since we've been playing, very similar to like Leander in a lot of ways, and the way he looks. Leander spends a lot of time with trees. Hattie spends a lot of time fishing and in the water and everything. And especially during all of this, he hasn't really showered either, so that fish smell is maybe a little bit stronger. Not as bad as what dead Bertram smelled like, which is true, but. Yeah, his hair still is crazy. For some reason, I still have this nice mop on top of my head. It hasn't done anything yet. But yeah, and my new advance I actually took PowerPoints. One of the things I definitely realized with Hattie, one thing that was very beneficial that he's able to do is my one spell boost or lower somebody's traits, and to do that to everybody costs quite a lot. It's like 2 PowerPoints for one person. You got to add more on top of that. So that's been very beneficial, and especially all the illusions have been somewhat helpful as well too. So I took more PowerPoints, so I got 5 additional PowerPoints for that. And as for what Hattie thinks, so one of the things when he was younger, and after the forgetting, everybody forgot everything. One of the things he wanted to do as a fisherman was he always wanted to see a giant body of water. That was one of the things. He loved the water. He always thought that maybe there was something more. And getting there, like actually seeing that for the first time, I don't even think that matters to him anymore, because he has now seen 2 sets. I mean, him being a set of a sibling too that lost his brother a long time ago, seeing Rowan lose her brother, and Piper and Leander realize that maybe they're not actually related as well too. It's like his big dream just doesn't matter to him anymore. He's seen these people that he's been with now for so long just be ripped apart and broken, and there's a dragon, or what we know is some big creature, beast, scary thing in the water. Which now I'm gonna have to go back up to yellow as a major. Now I'm just even more scared than I was before. But
oh boy.
And then how Hattie has changed. I would say one of the big things is everybody's definitely also tried to encourage him that, you know, he can be a brave soul. Everything has scared him for his entire life, especially after everything from the past that happened. And now, you know,
trying to save the kids, trying to help his friends that have turned more into his family as well too. These other people that he really considers his own siblings now as well too. Yeah, I just had a brain fart. What I was even saying as well too. Oh, basically, and I killed like 3 zombies the last time. I pulled a Bertram and actually got kind of cool.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, trying to be brave, step up and try to protect people when everybody around him is just he's always been the scared one. Seeing everybody else scared, it makes him feel like he can actually step up and help. He knows what it's like to live in fear all the time, and everybody else now experiencing that. He knows the beginnings of being fearful, and just now trying to help out with them any way that he can. Physically, he hasn't done any push-ups lately, so I mean, he hasn't changed that aspect at all. But
why not? Why? I mean, it's not like you've been busy. Obviously, haven't.
Yeah,
no,
lazy,
that's true.
lazy.
But
Isn't
and then
this
I
like
still have my trusty
2 days?
fishing pole.
Isn't this over the course of 2 days so far?
Yeah.
Or at least
Yeah,
what,
2 or 3
that's
days.
2 days?
That's all.
Yeah.
That's all.
It's been a few days. Yep, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Adam. Thanks for the recap. Before
I'm gonna throw
we
it to
get
Philip.
into it,
Woo.
thanks. Before we get into it, we should check in with chat, Megan, because I don't have anything up.
Yes.
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 Flying blind completely. I know nothing.
We do have a few things here. Let's see where it began. We have a resubscription from Sarcastic Fury for 18 months. Thank you so much. We got
you so
Elliot
much.
Trooper 348 has a resubscription for 37 months.
Hey, Trooper,
Whoa.
37.
Viking Viking Mermaid is very excited. Has now resubscribed for a total for 2 months in a row. 54 Aquasnakes
Awesome.
has resubscribed for 13 months in a row. Is excited to be back. Hours Without Sleep has resubscribed for 5 months in a row. Sir Carlethian has resubscribed for 15 months in a row. Adam Kimbleton has given Zevin54 why is my brain stopping? A sub. Hi, Zevin. And has also gifted a sub to Horace M55. And then Voodoo Goth has gifted a sub to Aldrich Plump. I like it. Plump. There you go. And then we also have a message from the ancestors. This particular ancestor is 5 foot Latina. They say, I offer wisdom from an ancient ballad. Islands in the stream, that is what we are. No longer the in-between. How can we be wrong? Sail away with me to another world, and we rely on each other. From one witch to another. I'm pretty sure that is a song, probably one that I did not get the tune to, so I apologize for that, but it still sounded good.
It felt very apropos. Yeah.
I
Thank you so much,
Yes.
everyone. Yeah.
Yes!
Very on point. One last thing before we get going is the content warning. This is a warning to everybody that the show is rated R or TV MA for horror, violence, gore, intense content, and occasionally Randy dropping an F-bomb. So hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your husbands too. We're scaring everybody up in here. All right.
Hey, can I give away one secret that I probably already said? Can I give that away real quick?
Secret.
Give it away.
Yeah. You guys know, and Diana, you're gonna hate this. So they don't know the setting. They don't know the setting that they're in. And they're not gonna know it probably till the end of next season. So if you know it, don't give it away.
I thought we were close.
I mean,
Yes, so
let me put it this way. You are, in the sense that you are essentially seeing and have seen it, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to know what it is yet.
No, I have no idea. So that makes sense.
Look at that face. Look at that face. Diana's happy.
Diana's loving it.
Zombie
Love it.
apocalypse. I don't
Okay.
know.
You warned her.
Okay, there's my secret. I've given it away.
Excellent.
That's
Excellent,
not a good secret.
So-
You're just telling us when we're gonna know.
Patience, Diana. Anyways, the year is 16 in Black Point, or is it? What year is it really? And where are the witches really? Is there even a Black Point at all? Our young witches' whole world has been thrown into chaos, and everything they thought they knew has been turned on its head. The collector had blamed Bertram, just like everyone else, for all the events that led to the fall of the only home the witches have ever known, and it seems he was right. Bertram is dead, yet living, possessed by the spirit of a woman calling herself Mina Devlin. Mina revealed that the collector has been using the witches for 16 years, and at her suggestion, the witches destroyed the tree that was the linchpin of the collector's power in Blackpoint. However, it was not all as it appeared. With the destruction of the tree came the destruction of the witches' forested home and their whole world. You all stand on the edge of this beach. The sky has changed. The forest has given way to ocean and islands. Amina, clad in Bertram's body, is running down the beach. Here and there, the veil of what was burns away like embers eating at a page. A bit of tree trunk incongruously floats 3 feet above the lapping shoreline. Its branches and roots are gone, and the bark slowly being eaten into nothing. The huge serpentine beast pushes its great head out of the ocean and opens its maw, revealing sword-like fangs. And then, with a flash, you guys find yourself in that white room once more. A very peeved and upset-looking collector stands before you, frantically moving things around his desk. Well, you've ruined quite a bit. There's just a pre-collapse civilization gone. A jewel in my collection gone. It's it really is a pity. I worked a long time at that, but I have other projects to turn my attention to. I suppose some bugs to work out there.
What?
But
What happened? Where are we? What happened? What is that thing? Just give us some information for once.
Well, you are just as rude as Bertram was, and look how he turned out. I don't have to do anything here, but I feel bad for all of you for not listening to me and not heeding my advice.
You didn't give us any information. We've asked what to do, where to go, and all you do is, oh, it's gonna hurt your brain. It's too much for you. How are we supposed to know when this is all we've known for our entire life and we're here?
Well, I believe I was very correct in assessing that, wasn't I? I mean, look at you. You're falling apart, Leander.
He's not falling apart. He just wants to understand what is happening like the rest of us.
Well, I think
Sorry
it is...
for speaking for you.
I think it is quite clear. I asked you to fix a small little hiccup in what was going on, and instead you've blown the whole thing out of the water. Like I said, the jewel in my collection, gone.
We did, though. We destroyed the tree just as that was supposed to fix it. That's what we were told was supposed to fix it.
I said nothing about a tree. It seems you listened to that terrible advice, and look where Bertram is now. Yeah, well, I just have so much to do. There's so many things.
Wait. Do you know where Bertram is? Are you able to? Wait. We need to find him. Right.
Yes. I don't know. Is he dead? He's dead. Is he there? Do you know anything?
Well,
are you of any help? Why are we here?
You're here because, against my better judgment, I do have some shred of pity for those not quite so enlightened. So I'll tell you what. Let me see here. There must be something. Oh, here. And he holds out a small metal cube. It's about the size of a die. It's perfectly flat on all sides. A little shiny. It reflects the weird ambient light that seems to fill this place. And he hands it to you and says, this should be more than enough.
Oh. Yes, Rowan. I think you have the correct question to ask.
How do you expect us to go on if you don't give us any answers or any clues or any direction in your stupid game?
This is no game, Rowan. This was a prime collection that you've destroyed. If anything, I should punish you, but I just don't have that in me. So
we're
instead,
part of your
I'm going
collection.
to just here, take this. This will help you. You want your brother back, don't you?
I don't even know if he's my brother.
Okay, you want your friend who you thought was your brother back. I think we're
Back?
arguing over semantics now.
Back?
What do you mean
What?
back?
How? Yes, how?
Wait,
Well, as far as I can tell, someone's walking around in his body. Is that not right?
Yes.
yeah.
But she told us that he was dead. And it looks like, and seems like that's true. I guess.
Well,
I don't know.
Perhaps the vessel of him is dead, but Bertram is still. Well, he's almost dead. You don't have much time, to be honest. Almost gone forever. Deleted, as it were.
Why? What? Yes, Leander. What were you saying?
I didn't say anything. I think that was Hattie.
Is he in
Hattie.
the in between? Is Bertram in the in between?
I mean, I suppose that's one way of looking at it. You see that you have destroyed everything I have worked so hard to create, and that is disappearing now at a very fast rate.
So
But,
what have you created? Again, you're not giving us an answer.
Well, I don't think
We're
it's really
just
important what I
just
created because
playing
it's
a
all gone now,
riddle.
isn't it?
Well, then
Well,
tell
I
us
am
what
trying
you're
to
trying
give
to
us-
create so we can recreate it.
It's not coming back. Okay? That was a lot of work, and it's gone. I have other things to focus my time on, other bugs
What's
to
not
take care
coming back?
of. My creation. That's gone now.
What is your creation?
It's you wouldn't understand. I just cannot take the time.
If you
to
want
explain
us
it
to
you in a
fix
way
it,
you can.
Mr. Collector, then you need to explain it to us.
How is it that you can bring Bertram back?
Well, I
you-
can't. I mean, I suppose I could, but I won't. You could, and that's why I'm giving this to help you. And he offers the tiny cube again.
What is
I'll
this?
take it.
Here we go. This is a. Ooh, how do I put this so you can actually comprehend? Bertram doesn't have a body, but the essence of Bertram is still out there. And this has more than enough memory to store Bertram until you can find a place to put him.
So we can help.
Does that
we can
make
help
sense?
Bertram.
You're saying like
Yes,
you're saying we can
This
put his soul in this
can help
cube?
Bertram. Well, that's one way to look at it. Yes, but
Oh my gosh.
you need to find him and put him in the cube before all of my work is eaten away.
Again, what is
Are
your
you
work?
My work is the protective area that you all lived in for so long. I don't know if you've noticed, but it is disappearing at a rapid clip.
Yes,
And I think
s-
that
you've said that multiple times. So are you a god, or are you just like playing one?
I wouldn't say that at all. I'm an observer, really. I think at the heart of who I am, I'm an observer. But there's only so much time. You need to find Bertram and store him. This has enough space for him. Make sure you store him, and then you need to get back out before you get lost, I would say.
Is there a spell we need to know to put him in there. I've never seen anything like this tiny rock. How are we supposed to put him in there?
Suddenly sort of like looks up and goes, "Oh, no," and just take care of that. Look, I'm sure you'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. Just know that you only have 3 nanoseconds before the wall will be so thin that it won't exist anymore. It's the thinnest at the tree, of course, but that's more than enough time. Time moves differently in different places. We shouldn't get into it. Best of luck. Remember, put him in before you come back, and you need to come back before my work is totally done. I think that covers everything, right? Wait, am I missing anything? No, I think that's good. And then... you find yourselves back on the beach, but it looks different somehow. The beach and the huge creature lifting its head out of the water, it looks muffled, almost blurry, out of focus. The sounds of the beach and the wind are muffled, almost like they're behind a plane of glass. And the area around you, all the things that are in sharper focus, look very strange. There are trees, those trees like you had seen before, they look more vivid here, but they're being slowly disappeared. But you can still see back further away, away from the beach, the trees of the forest that you grew up by. They still look whole, but mist covered, strange, somehow taller, more gaunt, more ominous than they were before. This is definitely the in-between. But you can tell that it's in a state of flux. You can feel it changing, and you feel like when you look back towards the beach, you can see that great serpent, and its head still rising, but it seems almost frozen in time. You can see the torrents of water dripping out of its open maw, but they seem frozen, not moving. And it seems like you have to really focus to see that clearly. When you don't focus on the serpent, you can still see the idea of a forest continuing out over the water.
Rowan, can I see that cube? Piper's gonna look at it and kind of turn it around, prod it, poke it, see what she can discover.
Sure. It looks...
Are we right by the water? Sorry.
Yeah, you are still basically in the same place where that tree was, but there's an absence of a tree. There's the space where the tree should be, and when you look through it from whatever angle you see, the beach looks much clearer. As if you're looking through a window, and that's the one part of the glass that's cleaned. Everything else is hazy. When you look away from the beach, everything looks muffled, but as the in-between looked before. And when you look towards the beach, you can see, like, sort of superimposed on the beach, the forest of what was, and the beach and the serpent of what you had just seen. Sort of like a mirrored image. And depending on what you choose to focus on, the other thing sort of fades to the background. Piper, when you look at this cube, it's, roughly the size of, say, like a D6 or something. It's metal. It seems to be heavier than it should be. And it has sharps, and every side is completely flat and sort of iridescent, catching the light in strange ways.
Could I make some kind of roll to see if it like jumps out to me in any of my readings, or Like it could be a magical object, something along those lines.
Okay, yeah. I will take a. You have like a smarts. What kind of stuff comes with smarts?
So if you're looking for like studying, that would be academics. Something that would be specifically magic would be occult.
Right. I would
Yeah,
take
and then common knowledge is just general knowledge.
Sure. I think if you had weird science, I would take that. Or I could take yeah, I would take academics.
Sure, I'll try academics. Poof, I'm gonna use a Benny to re-roll that. One. Okay. And I did just as bad. Yeah, I got a 3 at my highest. So Piper keeps looking at it, and she just kind of stops for a second, and she looks around, and she turns to everyone, but she looks at Rowan, and she goes, I don't know. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that is, and she points out to the water. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is the collector said this could save Bertram, and that seems like a good thing to do, right? And we don't have a lot of time, and it seems like that's what we should do, is try to save Bertram, and maybe we can put Bertram in this cube. Is this a dream? Are we just dreaming? Is this something we need to... Is this... She seems like she's fluctuating between kind of losing it and trying to keep on top of things.
Can I see Bertram's box?
She passes it back to you.
Can I try making a academics roll?
Sure.
Oh. 14.
All right.
Oh.
Okay.
I aced my wild twice.
Okay. So, Rowan, you have never seen anything like this before. The metal is never something you've touched. You can only go on like what you can surmise out of this. The collector said that this has enough memory to store Bertram. That doesn't really make a lot of sense, but you know that physically Bertram cannot fit in this box. But you know that the physical form of Bertram is not here, so it'd have to be his spirit some way. You don't know. There's no button. There's no lever. It doesn't look like it becomes a cage or anything. So the best that you can figure is that it needs to contact him in some way, or his spirit. This is strange and weird, but he said that you could put him in there, so it must be doable.
So you're saying we have to contact him to put him in here? Or contact him through this cube?
That you need to touch him with the cube, is what you can figure.
Touch him with a cube.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
do you...
I feel like we need to find his body and maybe put him in here. I know it sounds really weird and gross, but I think we need to find him and put him in here.
When she says that, I'll say when she says that, I want to immediately start looking down at the sand in like the direction that Bertram started running away from, and just see if I can find like any footprints of him.
I want to assist.
There, when you focus on the actual beach. It sort of comes into focus, but you're not quite there anymore. You are in that in between that still contains Black Point. So you can see a couple of the steps that Bertram slash Mina has taken, and you can still, if you focus really hard, you can still see her image sort of walking down the beach, frozen. But like the collector said, that isn't Bertram anymore. It's just his body.
Rowan, if you think that's what to do, you know magic well, and I would trust that instinct. She turns to Hadrian and Leander. Can I help somehow? I don't really know how to track, but if there's something I can do, I believe we can do this. We've done everything else. Look, this whole place has fallen in on us, and we're still alive and here, I think. We can do this. She's trying to raise everybody's mood. I don't know how well it's working, but she's trying.
Yeah.
Or
Leander.
remember?
Sorry. Leander, hearing that, sort of looks up and he goes, I don't think we need to know where the body is. It's over there, it seems. But the spirit of Bertram, Mina is the best person to ask. And then he sort of stops and he goes, what if we find Eden Lobo? Maybe Eden knew about the in-between.
True.
She might
Right.
know.
Remember how last time we got stuck in the in-between, and when I called out that person's name, they looked at me and they summoned us to Ursa's house? Maybe it's something like that. Maybe he's roaming around like his shadow.
Yeah.
Back at
Maybe
Black Point.
if we head back to Black Point, maybe we can find his spirit.
Yeah.
Could I see if I could remember anything about the in-between? Just like try to go back through, it could be academics maybe, to see if anything jumped out to me.
Yeah, I would take an academics or occult if you have it.
Let's see. I do have occult. I think it's... Oh, no, it's just as good. Well, I'll do occult. Occultademics.
Occultademics.
What? I cannot for the life of me get above a 4, and I'm unhappy about it, so I will use another Benny. Now I have 1.
Ooh.
Okay.
Going all in. Okay. Oh, okay. I aced it again. 8, 9. 9 occult on the in-between.
Yes. You can remember a lot about the in-between, actually. It had been a long time since you had any teaching about the in-between, but all the recent voyaging there and back has brought it to the forefront of your mind. You know that it's a place of spirits. It sort of borders on the real world and other places. It's where spirits take physical form. It's their home, if you will. So there's a lot of things out here, but how that interacted with this weird home that the collector put in place, it's difficult to say. In fact, you can see the parts of it, slowly burn away and become more, kill the forest and become something different as you look around you. But you do know somewhere that there should be a way to find Bertram, whether some sort of ritual to either contact him or ask for help.
I think you're right, Rowan. Remembering back to some of the studies, I think this place maybe is connected to something called, I think, the hunting grounds. And if it is, and if I'm right, then I think I think connections and interactions with people might work differently here or it might not. I don't fully understand, but I feel like you have good intuition on this. So maybe you're right. If we could, like you said, Leander, reach out to Eden. I don't know if we can reach her here, but we could try.
When we look
I
up at the
think
sky, is it cracked like we saw before? Before when we were here, there's that giant crack in the sky, and we saw like all those like the spirits and stuff like moving up into the crack in
Right.
the sky.
Instead of a crack now, think of it. The crack is completely split open at the very like edge of the horizon, where the forest is the least foresty. Instead of back towards the forest, you can see like a sunrise, like the narrow band of like what was, and the rest of the sky looks completely unlike the sky of Black Point. It is mist covered, but vaguely reminiscent of the sky you had seen on the beach.
Right. So, Rowan, you said maybe if we go back to Black Point, we might be able to at least figure out something more we can do to try to find him, right? Right now,
I mean,
if we're running out of time to find that spirit, maybe we should hurry there and see if we can find him,
because if he
right?
died in the forest, he has to be near Black Point. And
You're right.
his spirit never left that area.
Where
Okay.
he was killed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
That's
So
that's
what should we
we got.
plan? Should we go to where he died?
Let's
start
try
there.
first.
We're gonna have to
Yeah.
figure out where that was. Does anyone remember the information, anything specific that Bertram gave us that could help? I know it was in the forest.
I know he was on the other side. He jumped in from the other side of the river when he was coming back, so maybe it's in that direction of Black Point.
Uh,
But
yeah. Hattie would remember he was actually off fishing when like Paris came over and saw him and everything as well too. Yeah, when Leander says that, um, yeah, that would kind of strike a chord in like Hattie's brain and be like, I kind of remember that section where he was at. So yeah, I'd just be like, yeah, where he jumped in the water. I think I remember where that was. If we can get back to the river, we might be able to follow, find the point from there and head over.
all right.
Well, we're on the coast, and assuming that this river works like most rivers, it must feed into the ocean, right? So maybe if we find the river, we can follow it back.
Yeah.
All right. I want to call Willow. So I imagine that when Willow gets scared, Willow like flies into my cloak to sort of
Right.
hide, and so like he's just gonna sort of open it back up to let Willow sort of come out and perch back on his shoulder, and he's going to ask Willow to fly up and see if Willow can see anything through the mist, or at least like a direction ish we should head into.
Okay.
So a notice roll.
Yeah, I would take a notice roll.
Cool. All right. Willow's notice is a E. Nice. It's been a while. Ooh, ace.
Ooh.
Nice.
12.
Nice. Willow goes up, and you hear her wings hum, and it seems like 3 feet later, like you can still see her, and already you can barely hear her wings. And she flits up into the weird mist, and about a minute later, she comes down, and uh, comes next to you and sort of buzzes next to your face and says, "Trees, water, trees, water. Confusing, both."
Thank you, Willow. It is confusing. I agree. Don't worry about it. You guys, I think we're just going to have to figure it out. ourselves.
Okay.
Didn't we see some
Well-
trees that were similar to Black Point?
We saw so behind us, and correct me if I'm wrong. My understanding of this is behind us is like less disintegrating, like
That's right.
forest, and then in front of
Mhm.
us is like it's slowly disappearing, right?
Right.
So it would be somewhere back behind us, and so he would turn around and go, I don't know for sure. There's forest out in that direction as well, but from where the tree was, Black Point may be back there,
Well,
but it looks different.
Adrian, you know which side of the of Black Point the river was on, right?
Yes. It was over on the west side or east side.
Okay.
East side.
Well, if that's the case, then if we can find east from here, or at least which direction that is, if we go that way, or I guess west, the opposite direction, since we seem to be on the edge, then we should come upon it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
The best thing we have.
Well, if we're running out of time, let's at least move while we talk, yeah?
Yeah, agreed.
Yes.
Okay.
Great.
So,
I'm going to take
Piper
a
follows
survival roll
Hadrian.
from somebody to
Ooh, okay.
correct.
Could I
the record.
support before y'all,
Yes.
whoever does it? I would like to support with common knowledge, I'll say, of the area, maybe?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, what does that look like, Megan?
I think she kind of stands there and she goes, okay, now I know that whenever the sun hits the trees on the south side, it tends to be hotter. And so the north side tends to be colder. And on the north side, I think that means that sometimes a moss can grow. She just kind of like continues mumbling as she walks around and she points at different things, trying to see if she can recall the teaching in school of the area. She is very turned around and confused. And she goes, I'm unsure of which direction we need to go, but I think it's that one. And she points in whatever direction is the wrong one.
Okay. Great. So, Hattie, you're the one leading this expedition?
Yeah. You want a survival check?
Yeah, and that's going to be at a -2?
It shouldn't give him any minuses unless you're doing that. My
No,
support
that's fine.
doesn't give him any bonus.
It's unhelpful, and she's obviously pointing back towards the beach.
No worries. That's one explosion. Come on, good dice.
Ooh.
Yeah, that
think-
is an 11.
I'm pretty sure I know which way to go, Hadrian. I think we can go this way.
Piper, and Hattie's gonna grab her like by the shoulders, and he's just gonna look at her and be like, Piper, just calm down. I know my way around the woods, not as good as Bertram, but we definitely need to go this direction. I got an 11. I think we'll be okay if we go this way.
Oh, okay, yeah. You're right, Hadrian. Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I'm good. And we can do this. I believe in you. She just seems to be kind of spouting things.
Mhm.
She's trying.
Yeah, and Hattie's just gonna like give her a hug and just say it's gonna be okay. And then
I feel like I'm the one who's supposed to be doing this. So thank you, Hadrian.
No, it's okay. Anything I can do we'll have to step up and do something. And he looks over at Leander as well too, and he's like, Leander, are you okay?
I just want to find Bertram. The last thing I said to him wasn't nice. I need to find him. And he looks over at Rowan. What's Rowan doing?
She's looking down, not looking at anyone, quiet, staring at the little tiny cube, kind of zoned out, kind of blocking anything she's hearing right now.
He sort of
Mm.
notices that and slowly comes over to you and goes. He sort of does that thing where when people are looking down, you kind of like go under so that you like get their gaze, and he goes, "Are you ready to go, Rowan?"
I guess so. Just, I don't know. I don't know if living's an
Me,
option anymore. I mean,
When
he's not even alive. I mean, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know.
when Rowan says that, Piper comes over and just grabs you kind of hard by the shoulder and looks you in the eye and says, "Rowan, what are you talking about living not being an option? What do you
Everyone
mean?"
is dying around us. And who knows if Bertram's really alive still? He's talking about putting him in this stupid little box.
Rowan,
I
it's
mean,
faith.
like what?
It's faith. That's what this is. It's faith. It's just like the faith we have to make magic work. It's faith. I will have faith if you will have faith. We can do this. We can find him. The four of us can do this. We are capable of it. We've gotten this far. And I know we can do this. We will find your brother. Rowan, we will. I promise. Just stay with us here. Do this with me. Do this with us.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna
it's
make
one of
sure
those
I'm in
moments
the
like
back of the
Hattie
line.
just. I was gonna say it's one of those moments where she says that Hattie just like sneaks in and like gives her a hug as well too, and it's gonna be okay. And reaches over and just like grabs Leander's shoulder and turns around and starts heading towards Black Point, towards the river.
All right.
Hadrian, you lead them into these woods, and if the woods had looked strange and mist-covered in the in-between before, they look even stranger now. Parts of the trees still look Black Point-esque, but other parts, there seems to be a strange line that moves up them slowly, and they dissolve into weird, like the bark takes on the image of almost like twisted faces in pain. The ground, sometimes it looks like old leaves strewn about, and sometimes it looks like you're walking on. They almost look like tiny hands in the shapes of leaves. The whole area is bizarre, and but you were definitely headed in the direction of Black Point. Every once in a while, you catch something that looks familiar, but after traveling for about an hour, nothing looks familiar. The It's still that weird halfway point between a tree and something else. If you concentrate hard on a tree, it's almost like you can see right through it. It doesn't exist. But when you reach out your hand and touch it, it's there. You are in a strange wood where the tree's bark has faces of people on it in terror. It is dark. There is. It is not night out. There seems to be no solid sun. It's in a perpetual state of fog and mist. 50 yards in any direction, it gives way to a blank void. And every once in a while, you catch a bit of whispers, or the scuttling of feet, or the sound of nails on bark. But it seems like you can never quite tell where the sound's coming from, or see anything clearly. It does take a while, Hattie, but eventually you have to admit to yourself that you're not quite sure where you are, or if this is even the forest outside of Black Point.
Guys, I I don't know. I think I got us lost.
Lost.
And nothing seems familiar anymore. I mean, look
Okay.
at the trees. It looks like they're screaming at us, and like they're in agony. And
Okay.
I don't
This is
Okay.
know anymore.
We can figure this out. This is the in-between. Things are different. Leander, yeah?
No, I was just gonna say I think you did pretty well for a while there. It felt like we were going the right way. I don't know if there's anything you could have done. Everything around us is changing, which is why we have to get out of here, or like it may disappear around us. Um, is there any magic that could help us try to find our way through this?
Well, let's see.
Wait, I know something. Wait, maybe Black Point is full of witches, and maybe if we try to focus on magic that those people all have, maybe we can use that as like a guide to point us in the right direction. Maybe I don't know if that will work, but
We would need some way to sense it. I mean, we saw it before, right? It was moving towards the, well, I guess the tree. That's a good point. Is there any, do we see any of the energetic, like, aspects that we saw before? There was in the in-between, I know there was color
Those
and light
lines.
kind of being pulled.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then there was
I'll
the
take
darkness as well.
I'll take a notice roll.
Okay.
will do.
Assist note.
Can I assist?
Yeah.
All right. That's a 6. That's
Ooh.
a 7. So
Nice.
+1. Thank you.
Mhm.
Oh, nice. That's helpful. I got a 5.
Okay. Yeah, when you look really, really hard, Piper, you can see very thin, floss-like strands of light that seem to you see one, you catch one, it's like a golden color for a foot or so, and then it disappears. There's definitely onto something with the magic and the energy of being a spirit world. And as you recalled from your ruminating on what you know of the in between the hunting grounds, there might be a ritual in there that could help you either find Bertram or his energy, or at least a source of magic. But
I think you might be onto something, Lander. I think I can see little bits of magic in here. Maybe, Rowan, I think there was a ritual that we did maybe once long ago that heightens your ability to see the energies in an area. Maybe if we're able to do that, we could follow them.
Okay. Can I reach in to my knowledge and see if I remember the ritual?
sure.
What would you like?
I would not like a roll. We are going to move into a dramatic task. You guys, between the two of you,
Oh boy.
Know enough where you can form the basis of whatever ritual you need to point you in the right direction. I don't know exactly what it looks like. You guys are going to tell me how it works and what happens, whether you are summoning a spirit guide or seeing the lights more clearly. But you're going to have Hattie and Leander help you to complete this ritual, and you're going to have to guess and fill in the holes when you can't remember exactly how it works.
Okay.
But the long and the short of it is, you need to get 18 successes in 3 rounds.
Oh my god!
We can.
Oh
we
boy!
can do
Okay.
that. We can do that, guys. Come on.
We can do it.
We've done it before. We've done it before.
We can do it.
These These guys might not have the knowledge of the occult that you two do, but they're both powerful witches up and coming in their own right, and they can assist you in multiple ways.
Mhm. Okay. I like it.
All
What
right.
Okay.
else does?
So,
Music. Genre.
Okay, here we go.
We are going to start with pulling some initiative here. Let's start with Adam. Adam.
Jay, I'll take it.
Yeah, Jack of Hearts. Let's find you here. All right. Piper.
Was that
Jack
Jack
of
of Spades?
Jack of
Thank you.
Spades. Okay.
Everyone gets a shot.
Well, Diana.
Me, probably.
Oh.
Rowan has a 5 of spades.
That's
it's not a
spades
problem.
are bad, right? Or is it clubs?
No, it's clubs that are
Or is it
bad.
Clubs.
All right,
Okay.
and good old Leander pulls twice, and it looks like a 3
Ooh.
of clubs.
Oh
Who's that
no.
club?
We're going to Benny that one. Oh no, because then I have to
Yeah.
do it twice. Wait, no.
You don't have to. No.
Oh,
No. You don't
It's
have
not?
to do it twice. You'll have to
Okay,
pull the
good.
card twice, but you'll just get 2 new cards.
Okay.
Would you like to spend a Benny to pull
Yeah.
new cards?
I'll spin a Benny. Yep.
Here are the 2 new ones.
Gosh. Oh, but I gotta do and I
Can you
keep
get
the
it?
Joker.
Can you get it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude
Yes.
keeps the
Yeah.
Joker. With,
A
Oh my
Benny!
gosh. Yes.
And Benny's!
That's
Forgive
amazing.
everybody some
Uh,
Benny!
you got
Thank
it.
you!
You've got a J
Benny for
too.
everybody.
Woohoo!
okay.
He started doubting himself, and then he just like shook his head.
All right.
Okay, we all get pennies.
So you can jump in whenever. You can start us off, Leander, or you can
I'm
jump in
gonna
at a
wait
later
till
point.
the first two go because I'm sort of following their lead. I would imagine.
Okay. Then it's Piper.
Okay, so, Piper is going to try to, remember all of the elements required for this ritual. So could I use I guess, a cult for that?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. Where's the die I want? There it is. Come here, little die. Okay. Oh my gosh, why are you so hard to grab? Ooh, I aced it! I aced it on both my dice!
Yeah.
I aced it again! Okay, that's already 8.
Yes.
I mean, we need it.
Eight
We
and-
need it.
And
Yeah.
again.
Oh my
Oh
god,
my
keep
God.
just go, Gus. Keep going.
8. And okay, not again. So that was 13. 13. Yes. Yes. I'm correct.
Nice.
13 total.
That is 2 raises. So that is
So-
3 successes.
3 successes.
Oh yeah. See, we can totally do it, guys.
15 more.
All right.
You gathered
Right.
those elements. Or like,
Yeah, Piper.
Yeah.
You rifle through your brain and you can think of several things you need to do. What are those things?
So
Aw.
Piper says, okay, I remember what it is. It's essentially, it's like a mixture, and you just need to use a few different elements, specifically to be in line with the different senses. So if we have an element that's for sight, an element that is for taste, one that is for sound, just anything that can suffice for that. We just need one for the 5 senses, and we put it all together with some water. And then you put that water, you just place it lightly over your eyes like a drop, and you can see clearer.
Yeah, great.
Okay.
So it could be anything
Okay.
in the area. We just need to find it.
Okay.
All right, Piper.
Okay.
Perfect. Yes, Piper remembers the basic formula for creating this ointment to put on your eyes.
From Chicago, yes.
Yeah. All right. Great. We're at Hattie unless Leander wants to jump in.
Yeah, I'll go then.
Okay.
And so
you get a plus
sort of-
2 on whatever you do this round for your Joker.
Ooh.
Wait, which is way better than a club. So what he does is, hearing that they need some elements, he goes, I know one element that I can sort of gather potentially. And so he sort of widens his stance and sort of closes his eyes and begins chanting to call the earth. But typically what I think everyone has seen whenever this has happened has been like just the ground sort of moving. But here in the in-between, there's a little something strange that is happening. Just some of those strands of light coming from the trees or like moving around also get pulled into that dirt. It's kind of faint. But it's weird. It's not anything that anyone has noticed before, sort of looking at that. But yeah, he's gonna try to call her.
Okay, yeah, let's have a
Megan's
spellcasting.
closing her eyes like, oh, I know. Thinking. So, cool. Let me, I'm looking at the wrong. Right. Need to do a spell casting. My spell casting is. Alright, that's a 4. So, I do.
Okay.
It is a
Success!
Oh, it's a 6. It's a 6 because it's a 6,
Yeah, it's a 6.
with a plus 2. Woo! So, there you go.
You gonna keep your 6?
Yes, I am.
Okay, that's another success for 4 successes. Yeah, you summon up this earth, and it, forms. It comes up and forms a pedestal that will serve excellently to hold whatever mixture that Piper apparently knows about.
Thank you, Leander.
All right.
No problem.
That means we have Hattie, Adrian Marth next. What's up?
Yeah, Hattie's gonna reach into his pouch, pull out his water skin, walk over to the pedestal that Leander's made. And he's gonna start pouring it onto the pedestal, and you see his hands. It's almost like his hands like start shaking, but not like a nervous twitch. It's kind of like just like in and out. Like just looking like very bizarre as well too. But then he wants to start, just like forming a bowl or some sort with this like a living bowl of water, onto the pedestal.
Okay, yeah. With your shape water spellcasting, right?
Yes. Illusion. Here we go.
You fail it. Shoot.
Oh no, is it a crit fail? Yeah. That's bad for these. That's but you don't have a club, so all it means is we lose 1 success. That's all it means.
Yeah, that's right. That's all it means. It's 1 success.
Okay.
So you're down to 3 successes as the water, you pour the water and it does form and it starts to move out quicker and quicker, but actually it becomes too powerful somehow, Hattie, and it shatters the bowl that Leander formed. And the water
Hadrian, that
sloshes
was
down.
Too much.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Right. Wait.
It's okay.
We
Fine.
we can't get mad at each other right now, Piper. Hattie.
You're right. I'm just
Good
stressed.
try. Let's try again. Right.
Rowan.
So Hattie was trying to create a bowl to hold this liquid that we create, correct?
Or a bowl within the
Okay.
earthen bowl that Leander created. You can do
Meghan.
anything you want, Rowan. You can add to the potion. If you have a cult, you can use that to try to aid with the knowledge of how to do this.
Well, I'm still carrying the box of pictures. Is it like a tin metal box, or was it like a wooden box?
It was
Oh wait, which
Wooden-
box are you asking about?
The box of pictures from Ursa's house.
Oh, it was wooden.
Of all the
It was wooden.
orphans.
It was wooden. Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, it was a wooden box.
Okay, I'm gonna start looking around for things that can be part of the senses.
Okay.
5
All right.
senses.
Give me a notice roll.
Okay. Wait, that's Bertram's little cube. I'm not using that. 4. I'm gonna use a Benny.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, one better. 5.
Okay. So that's another success. Yeah. Even in this weird spiritual realm, there's still little pops of reality that come through, and one looks like a small, fragrant plant. And as you get closer, you notice it's actually an herb. Looks like rosemary. It's very fragrant.
And I'll put it in the direction where we're making everything.
The partially
I
destroyed
love
pedestal.
rosemary.
Okay, that's 4 successes. It's 1 round down.
Oh,
We're gonna
God.
redraw initiative. Here we go.
And we need
Let's-
14 left.
That's right.
We need 7 per round, or that's half. I don't know.
Okay. Let's start with Rowan. Rowan. Peanut
Okay.
parts. Okay. Go to Leander. Drawn 2 here.
Again!
That is the best and
Okay.
the
my
worst draw that you
God!
could have possibly had. Oh my goodness.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Definitely what we need.
Jeez. Jeez. Okay, well, there you go, Leander. It's the Joker for you. All right, Piper.
Is that a
is
9 of
9
clubs?
clubs.
Oh God.
Meh.
Change it.
Keeping it?
Yeah, no, I'll change it, but I was gonna wait till the end so you can draw everybody's first. Either way, unless you want to change it in.
Oh no. I just need to reshuffle real quick since we did that Joker.
Joker!
I'll
Joker!
take a Bossy, I'll take a Joker too, please.
Okay.
Great.
One Joker
one
for
in here.
all!
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Here we go. 7 of diamonds.
diamond.
Who's this for? 7 diamond.
That is for Patty. And then you want to redraw?
Yes. Was. King
Say,
of
King of
spades.
spades.
Yes! Take.
Oh, yeah.
We'll take.
Okay, Leander, are you starting us off, or are you going to?
Yeah, I'll start
wait?
us off. So what he's gonna do is he's going to, he looks around and he's looking for something that's like visually very stunning, and he doesn't see anything that's like immediately like sort of visually like colorful and super bright or vibrant. But what he does think of is he opens his cloak again and he asks Willow if he can take one of Willow's glowing like feathers, try to add that into that mix. So
Okay.
a bright green sort of hummingbird feather for something super visually. So that's what I want to
Okay.
do. He's to pull it. I don't know what skill that would be, or I guess.
I mean,
How about yeah.
do you want to persuade Willow to give you a feather?
Sure, because it is Willow's
unless
choice.
you-
I will not take a
Yeah.
feather if Willow says no. That's a good call.
Do no harm, but take no shit.
Yeah.
And I am going that. I mean, I got a good number on that, but I'm gonna spend a Benny to re-roll that.
Okay.
Like I got a 5 out of 6.
Sure.
I wanna. Yeah, I got a 6 out of 12.
Yes!
I got another 6.
Yes!
Yeah.
So that's gonna
Keep
be
going.
15.
Keep going.
No, it wasn't.
15,
It was
is
just
that-
2.
Is that with your +2?
Yep. Yes, it is.
Okay. All right. So
Wow.
that is 1 raise, 2 raises. Yeah, 2 raises.
Okay, I tried.
Oh, 3
So-
more successes?
So he asks, and Willow goes, I need it to try to save Bertram. I wouldn't ask if I didn't think that we needed it. And Willow sort of flits by, and she goes, of course, and sort of lays down, pulls out her wing, and sort of moves her head to the side, like she knows it's gonna hurt a little bit, but she's doing it for
It's a quick pinch.
Yeah, quick pinch,
Yo.
quick pinch. And Leander, when you
Yeah,
pull,
bird
when you
expert
hold it out,
here.
somehow it seems even more vibrant now that it's off of Willow. And when you put it on the pedestal bowl that is still mostly intact, it seems to mix with the leftover water that Hattie added and changes color ever so slightly. All right, that was Leander. Piper.
Okay, so Piper's gonna look around and see if she can find something for sound. Where's my notice, I suppose.
Sure. Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna use a Benny to re-roll that because that was awful. Just sad. Okay. Okay, I got a 4. I'll take the 4. So she looks around a little bit and she finds, eventually she stops and she pulls up a few different sticks and she grabs one that kind of she like looks through it and it's hollow, and as she blows on it, it kind of makes a little bit of a sound, and she goes, "This'll work, I think."
Okay.
And brings
great.
it over and puts it in the
bowl.
the potion in the bowl. Yes.
Okay. Weirdly, it starts to like bubble loudly, even though it's not boiling. Probably a good sign. All right, Rowan.
Ooh. Okay, so sound. No, you did sound. So sight, and what's the last one missing?
It's sound, sight, touch,
Taste.
and touch.
No, wait.
Taste.
Yeah, I don't think we
Touch.
have anything for taste or touch.
Mm-hmm.
Taste or touch. Yeah.
Oh, I thought touch was the feather.
That was
no,
the
the
feather
sight.
was-
Sight.
Feather was
was
what?
so
Sorry,
bright.
you're not talking.
Sight.
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 Mhm.
Sight. Sorry, I'm making notes here. Okay, so we need taste. I'm gonna look around, see if there's any wild berries
Okay, sure. I'll take survival
or any
or
wild
notice roll.
fruit. Or wild fruit.
Okay.
I don't have survival, so we're gonna do notice. I'm gonna use her Benny. 5.
Okay. Yeah, you find near the rosemary bush. It looks like some animal or something had been through there, and I mean, there's a berry. Looks like it might have been eaten at one point and left, but it probably tastes okay.
It's one of those cat coffee beans.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna walk over and kind of squeeze the juice out of it
hmm
so that the taste is in there, and then drop it.
Yeah, the weird potion hisses, and the color changes once more. Hattie.
What we have left? We just have touch.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, Hattie walks over to the potion as he's sitting there, and and just in case as well too, he's going to reach out and he's gonna boost everybody as well too. His hand starts to glow blue. Spell casting for everybody. See if I can boost everybody up one more in their spell casting. I'm gonna use a Benny. We got
Yep.
an explosion. Here we go.
Okay.
Woo!
8.
Okay. That's a
8.
success with a raise. What does that give everybody, Adam?
So
Ooh,
because
the
out of the raise,
raise.
your spell casting goes up by 2 die types.
Ooh.
2.
The
Holy
highest
butts.
I can ever
What if-
be.
What if I'm missing a die after 12?
You get a plus
You
one.
can't-
D20.
Yeah, yeah,
20?
Rossi's right.
You get a plus
What do I get?
one
Sorry?
after you.
Thank you. Okay.
No
Okay.
D20s. Only for fear.
A D12 for the first time in
So,
my
Hattie,
entire
as
life.
as you unleash that power on your friends, the potion reacts to it, and you see it jump for a second and begin to turn slowly in its weird earthen bowl.
And you
by
guys,
my
and you
count,
guys
you got
just. No, go ahead. I was just gonna say, yeah, you guys have felt the sensation before. Just kind of like you just feel the, especially here, like the energies around you and everything. Just really, you kind of start to tingle a little bit this time. The in between, it's special now.
Yeah.
I
By
feel
my count, that is
powerful.
11 successes. You are 7 short so
Woo!
far. You have one more round to do it. We are gonna
I need some
start
raises.
with Hattie.
Uh,
Hattie. 2 of hearts.
You said it's not a club.
It's not a club.
Yeah.
Piper. King of
Woo!
Diamonds.
No, but diamonds.
Leander. You have a
Oh.
6 of clubs.
Or,
Yeek.
Or the King of Hearts that you're not allowed to have.
yeah, I'm gonna re-roll that. But
Rude.
Yes.
Okay, do you want to
I'm
re-roll
gonna
it now
use
or
a
are you going to
Benny.
wait?
I can wait
Okay.
till after.
Okay. And Rowan. Jack of Diamonds.
Joker! J for Joker, right?
J for joke.
J for Joker, right? Alright, you're gonna spend a Benny to re-roll.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so 2 more cards, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right call.
That's better.
Yeah. Better. Much better. Alright. So we're starting off with Piper, King of Diamonds.
Okay. Piper is going to see if she can find. She's actually going to go over to a tree and see if she can pull off some loose bark or the texture of it. I guess. Could I use notice for that?
I mean, I think
Or-
if you're gonna pull off the bark, I think it's gonna have to be strength. I think we're looking at
Strength. So athletics.
yeah.
Academics.
Academics. That's clearly it.
Pull off the bark with your brain power.
Oh, come on, dice! Okay, I'm gonna re-roll. Hold on. Okay, like, buy all of my bennies, I guess. Okay. Here we go.
We gotta.
Okay. I got a 5. That's a success. We really need some
Okay.
raises, but I have no more bennies. So,
Okay.
yeah. Go and pry some bark off and drop it in as the last element.
You drop it in, and it shifts colors multiple times, and then seems to settle on like an off purple hue. All right,
Okay.
Rowan.
Anna, who's that?
I'm just joking.
Ah, oh.
Okay. Does the concoction look complete?
It looks complete.
Does it feel complete? Okay. So now I'm gonna
Um,
reach. Yes, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say you tell me. You tell me, Rowan. Does it seem
I'm
complete?
gonna
Is there
reach
anything else we need to do?
into- Yeah, we're gonna reach into the back of our minds and really try to remember what the words were before we drink, or before. Sorry,
Okay.
before we put it on us.
Seems wise. Can I have an occult roll?
Yes. I'm gonna use a Benny.
Okay.
Stop it. Okay, there we go. That's a 6, 7, 8, 9.
Ooh,
Woo!
that is a success with a raise.
Ooh.
That is
Needed that.
2 successes. Okay, yeah, you can remember, like somewhere in the back of your mind. Yes, these are the words. This is what you need to say. What is it, Diana?
Okay. Smell, touch, sound, taste. All these must not go to waste. Say these words over and over until you have placed the liquid all over. I think that's what it is! I think that's what the book said, Piper!
It sounds right. It sounds right.
Great
Nice.
job.
That's
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Okay, that brings us to Leander. You're currently at 14 successes. You need
Alright.
4 more.
All right, so he goes. Okay, so I guess we stand around it and say the words together, right? And he gets into the position that he's sort of directed to stand in, and closes his eyes and begins to say the chant, and funneling sort of his magic into doing this ritual. So
Okay, great.
I
Give me a
would
spellcasting
like-
roll.
Yes. That's what I was hoping it would be.
What?
Yeah!
You got one?
Did you get a raise?
I got a raise on my 12 die. That's a
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we
Keep going!
That's a 12
That's
plus
what you
7.
need.
That's
Woo,
That-
19?
Patty. You say
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Crap.
Oh, man.
That was you. That was all you, because I have an 8 die.
How much was the total?
19.
It's 3 raises.
Ooh.
Yeah, that is what you needed.
Yeah. No,
Oh.
that the MVP of this was Hattie for sure, because that I would not have been able to do that without that.
Nice. With that,
True.
with that final push of energy and will, you see the bubbling mixture, this potion, go glass still, and then sink a little bit as it congeals into a paste. It looks.
I think it's working.
Yeah, I think I remember this happening last time. Now we're able to just
Okay.
kind of put it on.
Okay, let's try. Piper will reach out and put her hand into the paste and then dab a little bit on each eye.
Okay,
Yeah,
Leander,
as
sort of seeing that, does the same.
me too.
But it's very gross to him. But he's like,
Yeah, Hattie reaches in as well. Oop, oop.
You only
when you
have
do it,
one eye.
it feels. Yeah. Well, when you
I
put this,
I
ointment-
rub it on my not eye too.
when you put it on your eyes, it feels rough and grainy, much like the bark.
Hmm.
But it smells like rosemary, really,
And berries.
and yeah, and berries. And as you open your eyes, everything looks far brighter. Well, not everything. It's lines. You see lines everywhere, different colors, colors that somehow you can't even process, that you can see here, but you would never be able to put a word to describe the color. And through it all, you see one thin, weak-looking black line that you've seen before.
We
That-
need to follow
That's
that
good.
line.
That was around Bertram before. Yes, we should.
Yes, it is Bertram's line, and we'll have to see where it leads after our break.
Ah!
Get a good break, get a good break.
All right, so
Yes.
we're going to take a quick bio break, and we'll see everybody here after that. So grab some food, grab something to drink, and see you in a few.
Mm.
Don't go anywhere.
Interview!
We'll be back soon.
Every day, millions of people face heartbreak in the form of a silent killer. I'm talking about character death. I'm talking about malicious dice. Failed saving throws, critical misses, failed skill checks. Malicious dice can strike any character at any time, and the results are devastating.
I only got to play Celestia for one session. I kept failing. Roll after roll after roll. And then I got eaten by an aberration in the dark. I couldn't roll anything above a 5. The dice just...
Diana's tragic story is far from unique. The time to do something about malicious dice is now. And Tabletop Loot knows how to help. They're providing quality, affordable dice jails and shipping them to players in need across the nation. Go to tabletoploot.com today and order a dice jail for yourself and anyone you feel may be threatened by malicious dice. These safe, secure, and humane facilities will keep your tabletop safe from the kind of dice that don't care who they hurt. But it's not about giving up on your dice. Rehabilitation is possible for many of these viciously low rollers, thanks to Dice Jail's tabletop reintegration plans. It's time to stand up for our characters.
It's time to put malicious dice where they belong.
The games we play are the stories we create.
The fortress doors swing open.
Every story is unique.
And the sound of war drums rises.
Sometimes our stories come to us when we least expect them. We need to be ready no matter where inspiration strikes. And sometimes our stories are told over great distances. No matter where your journey leads you or how your story is told. The games we play are the stories we create. Sirenscape can help make yours epic.
Sirenscape is searchable, fast, and customizable from any device with no need to pre-install any sound. Adding epic atmosphere to your game has never been easier.
Great and mighty Dark One, hear my summons. Bring plague and misery unto this wretched world, and be born again in the blood of this unworthy servant.
What are you guys doing in here?
Huh? Nothing.
I thought you said no one was at home.
Nobody's supposed to be home. When do you get out of here?
No. Why are you wearing dresses?
This is not
There's a pentagon on the wall.
That's a pentagram.
That's a pentagon.
It's a pentagram.
Gone.
Pentagram.
Gone. It's a pentagon that has to have a star to be a pentagram. Are you guys forming a cult?
We are summoning a god of pain and destruction to rain misery on my stupid stepdad for being a total boner.
Sick.
And Kyle Bates, because he ruined the next season of Game of Thrones for me when I specifically told him I hadn't read the books.
Douche.
Is there gonna be a human sacrifice?
Yes.
No.
What?
Whatever. I'm in.
You can't
No.
just be in. Like, there's a whole process.
Let me in your cult, or I'm gonna tell Leonard about the time I caught you trying on my bras in my room.
What? No.
That's not how you do that, is it? Let me in your cult, or I'll tell Mom that you used her candles for a satanic ritual.
No. Go back to the part about him trying
that
to
didn't
bras.
happen.
In season 4 of Game of Thrones, Tyrion and
You can be in the cult.
What? No, she cannot be in the cult.
Definitely in the cult now. Thank you.
Gonna put up with this?
I do have a knife in my hand.
She does have a knife. It's a good point.
Okay, God. Everyone gather. You're gonna cut your hand and give an incantation to the dark void.
Oh, dark monster thing. Bring sadness. You know what? This is dumb. Can we get to the part with the human sacrifice?
There's no human sacrifice.
Dude.
What? How? You have to have like a fatted calf
Yes.
or a unicorn.
Why are you agreeing with her?
Or a virgin.
Absolutely.
We could use Leonard.
No, you can't use me. Guys, I'm totally not a virgin, all right?
You're not a virgin.
Prove
I've
it.
done the sex.
Describe it in detail.
There's two of
Step
us.
one.
Step one, man loves a woman. And then
I'll take that. And plus, this one was trying on bras in my room. Pretty sure still a virgin.
We could kill Alan.
And we can kill Alan.
Kill Alan!
We're not killing anybody. Cut your hand. Put blood in the bowl. No more fun.
Wait. Did one of you already use this?
No.
Because I would bet money that one of you is a leper.
This is why I didn't want her to be in the cult.
I didn't want her in the cult.
I don't want you in the cult.
It's not your cult.
It is now.
You know what? Fine. I don't want to do this anymore. There is no cult. No cult.
Leonard? You're a nightmare.
I'm the hero. I just saved the entire world from your evil cult.
What? Okay, good.
My dad needs his bowl. No cult.
Be done. Leonard!
Excuse me.
You're a nightmare.
I'm a nightmare? I just saved the world from your evil cult. Get out of here. Get out of here.
My dad needs his bowl and his letter opener. I'm gonna get that back.
I'll get it to you. I'll see you later. Tuesday. You got white
Your
stuff.
friend sucks.
Are you okay?
I'm so sorry about the
Are you
wax.
all right?
Fine.
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry.
Inappropriate sound is inappropriate. Don't let the action suffer from a lack of atmosphere. Let Sirenscape set the tone and bring your game to life. See? That's better. Journey to Sirenscape.com to download the app and make it the year of atmosphere at your table. And be sure to watch Dragons and Things every Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific on Twitch. There are legends of a mighty forge where the greatest tabletop weapons are smithed by expert crafters from the finest of materials. Only the strongest of adventurers may wield such relics. Weapons and armor forged from the strongest metals. Mystic foci for the forces of fate, carved from the finest stones. And unique treasures that cannot be found anywhere else in the realms. But beware, the forces of evil may find dark and powerful relics of their own in the online armory. Arm yourself with these gaming relics and equipment to take your tabletop adventures to exciting new dimensions. Go to NorseFoundry.com now to arm yourself with the finest weapons in the realms.
A pumpkin!
Everybody, pumpkin!
Good.
Pumpkin.
Soon.
See, that's a cute pumpkin.
Welcome back,
as long as there's not
everybody.
scary.
Welcome back to Harbingers. Here we are. We will jump right into it after we check in with chat. Megan, is there anything going on in chat?
Let's see what's up with chat here. Yeah, a few things. We've got a raid from the Real POTUS 98. Thank you very much. And a raid from Dead Aussie Gamer. Thanks, Dead Aussie Gamer, as well.
Thanks.
The Real POTUS. The Real POTUS has gifted a sub to Newbie Goddess. Newbie Goddess has followed. DM Stretch has followed. And Daniel Lands has resubscribed for 19 months. Thanks, folks.
Daniel Lands.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, friends.
Thanks, all.
Good morning.
That's it.
Thank you.
Back to you.
Okay, then.
Wait. Where are they that it's good morning?
Sweden.
Yeah, Daniel comes
He's
over
been-
in the
Morning.
Yeah, he's been a dad.
Yeah, he's always on the bus.
Fam for a long time.
Oh, man.
And John and the Real POTUS as well. But he's not in Sweden.
See, I was like, whoa, the Real POTUS is all over. But no, thank you for the clarification. And I'm sorry I'm late to the party, but I'm happy to meet you, and thank you.
Yeah. So when we last left our witches, they were in the in-between, in a misty, shadowy forest that is slowly dissolving around them. They've managed to create this potion-y salve in this pedestal in front of them and place it on their eyes. And when they did, they can see the strands of spirits, souls, energies going all over this strange wood. And as they look around, they see the dark black one of Bertram they recognized from before, except it looks weaker, frailer than they had seen it. They can still see it moving off into the mist. What do you guys want to do?
Let's go that direction, yes? There's no reason not.
And let's hurry. It looks faint.
I agree.
It could also mean that
Head.
he's not here anymore. Or he doesn't have a
Well,
vessel again.
We'll find him, Rowan.
That's not the case? Yeah, we'll find him. It's just not an option, Rowan. And Piper turns and starts following the trail.
Okay. Yeah, you guys head off into the trees. More and more the trees are resembling like strange pillars of stone, but they still bear those twisted faces. Some of them in agony, some of them with sort of a unnaturally gleeful smile. As you... don't like that, Randy?
Nope, don't like
Creepy.
As you continue deeper into these woods and pillars, you continue to hear things, whispers that you can barely make out. There's the sound of some skittering off, and sort of a flash of movement. That you're barely able to see.
Could I try to make a notice roll and see if I could either make out some of these whispers? Mostly what Piper's trying to do is make sure it's nothing that we need to watch out for, like something that's trying to sneak up on us.
Okay, yeah. Make a notice roll.
Okay. Ooh, I aced it! I thought that was a 1%. I was like, no! That is an 11. An 11 total.
Okay. It's hard as you concentrate. What is that? You hear it, and something whispering, and then you sort of hear like, "Buenos días, compa, ¿cómo está?"
I'm hearing something, but it doesn't sound like anything I understand. You all hear it?
I'm
In the
gonna
wind?
start to listen, and try to hear what's going on.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know if it's somebody nearby or if it's like those things that we saw before, Rowan, that you spoke to. I don't know what it is, but it seems, I don't know, just keep your eyes and ears open, everyone, just to be safe.
Okay. You would think that with the forest disappearing, it would stop being so dang creepy, but it's just getting worse.
Well, wherever we are seems to show us all of the creepiness in this forest, even more so than normal. At least it seems that way.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's keep going. Just keep your eyes and ears open, alright? You too, Shadow.
Shadow sort of intertwines in your legs. She doesn't seem to want to go too much far forward from you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I will continue on.
All right. You guys continue to walk through these mist-covered woods, and as you walk, just twisted face trunk after twisted face trunk. Always at the corner of your vision, it seems to be something that you can barely see. And just as it seems like there will be no opening in the field of trunks, they give way to what seems like a great ravine, maybe only 60 feet wide or so, but there's mist on one side and it seems like a narrow rock bridge that extends out over this ravine. From where you're standing, you can't see what's at the bottom of it or what's at the other side. The only thing that you can see are the tree trunks that are looking more and more like stone hoodoos, twisted in faces of agony.
I want to toss a rock down into the ravine and see if I can hear when it hits the bottom.
Okay. Yeah, give me a notice roll.
I probably shouldn't do that, but that's what I think Leander would want to know. 5.
Okay. Yeah, you toss it, and there's a second where you hear nothing, and then you hear a boom. It sounds wet, and a second later, there is the sound of a bunch of things thrashing in water.
Okay, understood. I mean, I didn't want to go down there before, but definitely not now. There's stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
Philip, did you say there was a bridge?
It looks like, yeah, it looks almost like a natural bridge, except it's perhaps a little too straight. It's maybe 2 feet wide, not overly wide. It seems to rock. That seems to span off into the abyss that the ravine covers. But whatever's on the other side of the ravine or the other side of the bridge, it's out of distance and too far into the mist.
I have an idea. I could send a creature across to see if it goes where we expect, and then if that seems good from this end, we could maybe send Willow and Shadow to give us a view, or we could try to go ourselves. And as she's saying all of this, she kind of closes her eyes and whispers to herself, and as she does, you see this sort of like white and red and blue and this acid green color that kind of pulls forth from Piper, and in front of her a shape starts to form, assuming that the spell works. Let me roll a die. Do I still have that D12 at this point? Probably not, right?
How long does that last, Randy?
Essentially 5 rounds.
Yeah. Okay, so no.
Okay, I got a 6. So, as she's kind of whispering to herself, and her eyes kind of turn this, like, that acid green as well, this fire creature, fire fiend as it is, forms in front of her. And then she kind of points at it, and she points at the bridge and says, "Go across." And the thing turns and starts to try to go across the bridge.
Okay. This small creature, made completely of flames, walks across the bridge, and you see it walk off onto it, and then disappear into the mist. Only a faint orange-red glow as it does so.
What if
Okay.
that's like a blanket where what we're seeing is this world, and that's a different world over there, and that's why there's the mist separating it?
Well, if that is the case, then it may be dangerous to go that way. But that is the way that Bertram's trail is leading.
We need to go.
Okay, I think you're right, Rowan, but this is something that everyone must choose, I think, before it is okay to go. No one should have to go here where from the sounds of it, we may be lost. I will go. Rowan, you said you will go. But Leander and Hadrian... No, you can choose either way.
I have to go. I have to try to find Bertram. I don't want to go, but I have to.
I don't think we really have a choice. I can't stay, and I'm not letting you all go alone, and I don't want to be left here alone either.
If that's a good point, Hadrian.
I'm gonna grab
Piper
Hadrian's
kind of.
hand.
Piper grabs both of yours. No, it's exactly what I was gonna do. Grabs both of yours and Leander's, and she says, "I know that we haven't had it easy, and I'm not always the nicest, but I'm very, very glad that you all are here and we are in this together." And then she kind of looks awkward.
He gives your hand a little just squeeze.
Now we should go. It's an adventure, right?
We're doing it together.
Yeah,
As
we are.
a family.
As a family. Yes. And Piper turns with Shadow at her heel and starts to go across the bridge, following her fire fiend.
Nice. You walk out onto the bridge, and you can feel a weird breeze blow underneath it. And as you look down, it's maybe 80 feet down, just at the edge of your vision. And there's a water at the bottom of this ravine, but it is a blood red water. There are strange shapes that seem to move just below the surface, dark shapes that are large, too large to be a fish. And every once in a while, a splash of water kicks up where one of the shapes breaks the water.
Right, don't look down.
You're right, Leander, don't look down. Just keep looking forward, everyone.
As you walk out onto this bridge, behind you, the trees with the grotesque bases for trunks begin to fade into the mist. And you've reached a point where you can no longer see the trees behind you or what's ahead of you. It's just a 3-foot wide stone bridge, and far below, this blood red water with shapes moving underneath it. As you walk forward, your steps feel, loud as each footfall brushes some of the debris and crumbs on the stone. Every once in a while, a little piece of gravel pushing out and flying over the chasm, only to plunk into the water below. And even that small little disturbance in the water causes shapes to go crazy for a second. And ahead of you, you see the orange light again. Piper, you're in front, aren't you?
Yes.
You can feel Shadow sort of stop for a second and, arch her back, the hair standing up.
What is it?
And then... What's that?
What?
Sorry, you were saying something?
Oh, me?
I
I asked Shadow. I asked Shadow, what is it?
She, hisses low and slowly, but then the light comes closer and closer and becomes more clear, and it is the little being made of fire, sort of trotting back towards you.
I will stop it when it gets close and kind of turn and look back at all of you. That's odd. And turn it back around and tell it to go back the way it just came from.
Okay. It's sort of... how intelligent is this thing?
Not very. It's essentially... It's a construct.
Okay. Yeah, it sort of stops and turns around and, takes a step and then turns around back to you.
Okay, then I want to walk up kind of on... kind of have it move to the edge so I can kind of get around it to the area where it keeps turning around.
When you go to take a step forward, Shadow hisses and actually digs a claw into your boot.
Oh. What? Shadow, what? Okay, everyone, maybe we should take a moment here. Something seems wrong. Could I want to step back a little bit and have everybody step back and go, okay, I think we should try something. I want to see if I can throw some fire at it, but I'm a little worried about what will happen, so maybe prepare to duck, just in case.
Oh,
yes?
okay.
Unless anyone has another idea. First.
Duck on the bridge?
Yeah, I don't think we should go forward without understanding more at the very least.
Okay.
Okay.
Hattie, just keep some water ready, maybe. We might need some.
Hattie, could we use your fishing pole? Poke
That's
beyond?
That's not a bad idea, yes. That's way better,
I can
Rowan.
always help you. I can always help you make a new one if that one gets destroyed.
That's fine. Yeah, it's here. And I would say Hattie's in the back, and he passes his monster pusher backer forward.
Okay. Yeah. I'll
That is
take
way
it.
safer.
Yeah, it is. Good thinking. And then I light it on fire. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
So delayed.
So you've got Hattie's bamboo fishing pole, and about
2
yards in front of you this this being made of fire is just sort of standing.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to push it as far as I can without getting too close.
You're trying to push the fire, dude?
Oh, no. Just the pole. I won't push him in. At least not yet.
Okay. So what are you doing with the pole exactly? You're just like pushing in front of you?
Poking it through the veil. You know,
yeah, we don't know what that is.
That's what...
Because it keeps stopping and turning and not wanting to go for it, so we're...
Yeah.
Okay.
If it comes back like singed
what
or
is
bitten
this?
off. Or...
So you've got the bamboo pole. And
yeah.
This fire guy's about how tall, Piper?
Oh goodness. He's not very. He's like maybe a small human.
Okay.
Oh.
So are you going like over his head or like on either side of him?
I'll go over his head. Over his head.
You push the pole out over his head. Everyone can start to smell the faint smell of wood beginning to char. As the pole goes over.
I'm gonna pull it back once I notice that.
I mean,
wait, is it charring because of the construct, or is it charring because it went through the veil?
It's charring as it passes over the flame guy's head.
Oh, then I would try to move higher or further away. Oh, sorry, Hadrian. Sorry. I'll make you a new one.
I'll help.
Okay, so you're holding it over your head at this point, and
yeah,
it's like it's past, where this fire guy is, and you don't feel anything.
Okay, then I want to pull it back out and see if anything has changed about that part of the fishing pole.
As apart from it being a little warm and it's a little bit charred, just right where it was over this thing's head, it seems fine. Give me a notice roll.
Okay. 3.
I mean, it just seems like
fine.
a pole that's a little warm. Yeah.
Okay. I don't... Leander, maybe you could see how Willow feels about this? Because Shadow is telling me danger.
All right. Well, Willow, maybe you can help us with, and so before he can even finish saying that, Willow sort of peeks her head out again. And for some reason, like, I think Willow has been a lot closer, like, inside my outfit more than usual. And so it's very clear to him that that's a thing. But when he asked Willow to sort of see if how Willow's feeling about what Willow sees, what happens? Like, if I were to be like, Willow, what are you noticing? What would Willow respond?
Willow sort of comes out and sort of shakes for a second and goes, What? Want me to look?
Yes, please. But be careful, please.
Okay.
And be careful for the fire dude here.
Fire hot.
Yes,
I
exactly.
don't want any chicken wings.
Don't say that. And he gets
Diana
really
joke.
serious.
It was a Diana
Yeah.
joke.
Yeah,
No,
even
Rowan wouldn't say that. Rowan wouldn't say that.
through the universe, he heard it. No, I'm just kidding.
Give me a notice roll for Willow.
All right.
Sorry, I love Willow.
Where was? That's unreal.
Really? Yeah.
You're still going?
5 6s and a 4.
Oh!
Are you kidding?
You beat my high score.
What's that?
Amazing.
1824.
How much is that?
What's that?
34? 5 6s? And a
Yeah.
4?
And a
34.
four.
Is it good?
34.
See? This is why I love acing.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm on the most pointless, like not pointless, but like
Notice.
that is
You notice things.
really,
You notice
really
the
well.
universe.
Willow
Good.
knows. You guys.
Yeah. Willow flies up and goes toward the flaming being and hovers for a second.
Uh-oh.
And then comes back around and zooms right back into your cloak.
Oh, hey,
What?
Willow.
What is Will? What?
You
Yes,
didn't
what'd she say?
let me ask. And he sort of peeks into his cloak and he starts talking into it. And he's like, Willow, what did you see? Can I if it was scary, please let us know. Please.
Not see person. Not see person. Cannot see a person.
Not see person. Not see
Hard
person.
to see person. Scary.
Scary person. And he turns around and he relays what Willow said, and specifically there might be someone scary over there.
Rowan's gonna
Okay.
start walking towards it.
Ah!
Rowan,
Puts his arm
what are
out.
you doing?
We need to figure this out. Let's go.
Yes.
We can be brave.
Yes, we
can
do,
be brave.
which-
We need to do this. We're wasting time.
Yes. Which is why, Rowan, I was going to try to stick my hand through. But you don't have to do that. You don't have to do this.
I'll go through. I'm gonna walk through.
Just
She's
don't go.
Curious.
Okay.
Piper will try to reach after her.
Before you do that, Rowan, I need you to make an athletics roll because it's a very narrow bridge, and if you're gonna squeeze past Piper, you're really gonna have to watch your balance.
Okay. 5.
Okay. Yeah, I mean you have to literally turn sideways to get past Piper, and you find
Try
yourself
to grab
in front
you. It doesn't have to be right there, but just as she passes and turns to go,
Okay.
I will try to. Not necessarily that I do, but attempt.
All right. Piper reaches out to grab you. Are you gonna let yourself be grabbed, Rowan?
I mean, if she grabs me, I can imagine me just before I enter. She grabs my arm, and I would turn around. Piper,
Okay.
we need to do this.
I know, but you don't. Just start small. Start small. Or at least let me go with you. We'll go together. That's what we do, right? We're both apprentices for this town of Blackpoint, and we will figure out what the danger of it is together.
But
Together.
what if I don't want something bad to happen to either of you?
Piper
we
will
don't know
turn
what it is.
around. Leander, and she'll kind of come over to you and put her hands on your shoulders. This is what we decided, right? Right? And she looks at Hadrian. We decided that we were going to go and we're going to do this. It makes sense for only two of us to go first. It makes sense if we're going to figure this out. We will be okay because we're going to figure this out together. And then she turns back around and says, and looks to Rowan and says, "Are you ready? Is everyone ready?"
Yes. We can do this.
I love you, Piper.
We're wasting time.
I love you. She doesn't turn, but she says that back to Leander. And she grabs Rowan's hand and takes a step. Or tries to.
Okay. Are you in front now, or is Rowan in front?
I think
I'm still in front.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's about
Rowan's-
2 yards to the fire person. And they're just standing there. So you're going to approach the fire person?
I would look at
Yep, but if we need to move it, it will distinguish. I'll end the spell.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Rowan, as you step forward to towards the fire person, you notice something. Your amulet, your little skull amulet, begins to glow.
I'm gonna stop before I enter and turn around. Okay. Everyone get ready to fight those undead creatures. And we should all go together at the count of 3.
Alright.
Oh boy, yeah. Okay.
I put the amulet on.
Piper looks back.
Ready?
Make sure you're ready.
Can I hold on to my pokey stick just in case?
Do you want us all to hold on to the pokey stick and we all go in at the same time?
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah. That's fine.
Right.
Okay.
We have to go. We have to go. We're gonna do it.
You got this, Hadrian. You can do it. For Bertram.
For Bertram.
We'll start going in.
Okay, as you walk forward, the little flame person sort of like looks back and tries to walk forward as you're walking towards him, and you see it move forward and sort of like bounce for a second, as if it hit something, and it turns back, and you can see its little flame head turn back at you, and then you see it pushed out off the bridge over the chasm, and it sort of tumbles end over end slowly down until it hits the water with a splash and the brief sizzle of steam. It disappears, but not before a bunch of dark shapes launch themselves where it landed in the water, swirling and sending blood red water all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It seems like this might be impassable. I can't tell if we're meant to go or meant to figure out a different way through this world.
Your amulet begins to glow brighter, Rowan. And you get that feeling, sort of hair stand up on the back of your neck and on your arms. It gets just much colder. And you don't see anything, but you just have this feeling that something is moving closer to you. And as you stand there, suddenly you see boots. A strange, almost ethereal, see-through boots, and then legs materialize in front of you. The legs are wearing pants, but there are cuts, deep gashes into the pants, exposing a body and bone and a glistening silver liquid that has come out of these cuts and dried. And then you see a torso covered with gashes and slashes, opening up parts of this thing. A cloak hangs over it, and then finally a head with long hair down, covering this thing's face. It stands on the bridge in front of you, silvery and almost see-through. And it slowly tilts its head up, and its face is exposed by the curtain of its hair. It is covered with a silvery gleam, what looks like some sort of liquid that, its source is from all these cuts all over this thing's body. But you see the face, and it's a face you recognize. It's the face of Bronwyn, your mother. And I think that's a good spot to end for tonight.
What? No!
Boy.
No!
What are you talking about? You can't end right now.
Mom!
Oh man.
Well, that was a little tense there at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you everyone, all our audience, for joining me on my first foray on the GM's chair.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed this part one of a two-part bonus, the end of our first season of Harbingers Coven. Megan, do we have anyone that we need to shout out to on chat?
Yes, let me hop over here and see. Oh, it's got to reload. Okay. Let's see. I think the last thing we left off on, we had Newbie had followed, DM Stretch, Daniel Lance. We have Manapot Studios who rated us. Thank you very much for that. And we had Shattered Tabletop Games. Shattered Tabletop Games also rated us. And then we have BFG 3000 Doom, who has given us a follow. Hi, everybody. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for all
Thank
that.
you guys so much.
Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this evening. We will be back next week, same time. But before we say our goodbyes, why don't we go around, tell everybody who you are, what your deal is. Let's start with Randy Alvarenga.
Hey, I'm Randy Alvarenga. You can follow me on Twitter at RollerRaja. That's ROLLER RAJA. Over on the tweets. And then RAJA012 on Instagram. Obviously you can catch me here on Tuesdays. Well, I guess one more Tuesday and then a talk back. And then also coming up this week are two things here on the DAT Network. I will be playing in a game of. Am I allowed to talk about that? I don't know. Okay, maybe not. I'm not sure this week. Yeah, the 10 candles.
Yes, you can. You can say it.
I'm just.
Yes,
I've already said it.
Yep.
So there you go. We're playing 10 Candles on Thursday night. I'm super excited. I love that game. But another really awesome thing that's happening this week that I really want to just pub and get as many people going to is a game on Friday with Ladies of D&D over on their Twitch channel. We're doing a charity stream. And just come out and support those awesome women as they put together some funds to help other people and to pay it forward. It's going to be a really great game. We're playing kids on bikes. It's me and Diana here and some really awesome other players. So come check that out. You can follow us on Twitter to find out more.
Yes.
Awesome. Adam.
That's awesome.
Yeah, hi friends. I'm Adam Kahn. You can find me on the socials at Azerold1, AZEROLD, and the number 1. Tuesday nights as well too. Mondays over on Norse Foundry. We're actually taking a break for next week, but check Diana and I out on Alien Connections, a mixture of the world of Aliens and Blade Runner combined into some crazy madness as well too. Tomorrow night, you can find me over on Paizo. I'm going to be playing in a Guns and Gears style game. which is going to be loads and loads of fun. And then, big announcement, it went out last week, and then also it was in the mid-show break. You got Diana and Rossi in this one as well, too. Voyage of the Siren Song. Pirates, it is the Pathfinder adventure path, Skull and Shackles, with a bunch of homebrew that we've thrown in there. Loads of fun. We've been in this adventure for about last year, so come and join us on a fun pirate cruise when we start that on the 14th of November. Sunday nights at 6. Bam! That'll be fun.
Awesome. Very cool.
Awesome.
Very cool. Megan.
Oh, hi, I'm Meghan Caves. You can follow me on the socials at Meghan Caves, at Meghan Caves Actor on Facebook. You can catch me here for Harbingers. And if you follow my social medias, I've got some new things that I'm going to be doing soon. Oh, as well as, and I haven't said this anywhere yet because it's been busy times, but I am going to be running a game for the Holler event over at Pinnacle. It is not a streamed game. It is a mini convention. This is the second year that they're doing it. It is the last 3 days this month, I think. And it's using Holler, which is a current Appalachian setting that is really cool. It's not out yet, but I've gotten to see it and it's really neat. So I think you guys should check it out. I think the Kickstarter only has 9 days left. But I'm going to be running a game and you can sign up for that. So check that out. There will be more information soon. You can't sign up for it yet because I haven't put it in there. But that's coming up. Yeah, so anyway, that's it, I think. Well, give me a follow. I don't know. I'll announce things, eventually on the Twitter mostly.
Diana.
Hi, I'm Diana Restrepo. You can follow me at DianaRest3 on Twitter and Instagram. And yes, I'll be on Kids and Bikes on Friday. And yes, I'll be on the Pirate Show with Philip Rossi and Adam Kahn. And then, Megan, is there something fun that's going to come out pretty soon?
Oh, maybe.
Maybe?
Oh, no, it is.
Well,
no. I like that you brought it up.
Watch the socials.
Yeah, watch socials,
because,
especially around Halloween. But I'll announce that before, and then you'll know if something fun will come out on Halloween.
Yes.
Assuming I'm
we
good.
Made something fun.
Sounds very mysterious.
If it's not, yeah, it's very mysterious. Anyway, just watch our socials, mostly Megan's socials, and then I'll retweet it. Yep. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Well, my curiosity is piqued. I'll tell you what. I'm so curious now. I want to know. What else do I have to say? Oh, I'm Philip Rossi. You can follow me at Philip J. Rossi on the places, on the Twitter and the Instagram. But more importantly, you can follow this show at Megan will tell you because I can never remember the address.
It's at Harbingers RPG. You can also use the hashtag Harbingers RPG to help search for things and help keep them all organized. I try to do my best with that. So.
It's
and
on
the
all
DAT
the
network.
stuff.
The DAT network.
And the DAT network, which we are on. And as Adam mentioned, on Thursday at a time that I've now lost, at 6:30, you can watch the glorious James Chu GM A Game of 10 Candles. I hope that he is glorious, otherwise, just throwing that out there. So live up to it, James. Live up to it. I played 10 Candles.
Go down in flames.
It's great. It'll be super fun.
Me too.
And
I played that game.
And it'll be creepy and ominous, certainly, and filled with death.
Good luck.
I know James Chu. So watch that, and then come back here next Tuesday, same time, where we will have the conclusion of this 2-part wrap-up of the first season of Harbingers Coven, and then the following week,
the literal finale.
It is the literal, actual finale,
Crazy.
the real deal, the finale. And then you can come back the following week, and we have a talk back, which I assume means you ask questions and we answer them. Maybe we'll find out what that mystery thing that they're talking about is.
Yeah, I will soon put out a questionnaire, so you can kind of fill out your questions ahead of time. We'll answer those first, and then if there's time, take others. Yeah.
Ooh.
Creepy. I guess it doesn't have to be creepy. I just think it will be. And I was thinking about where we ended today, which is creepy. And if you want to see where that goes, come back next week. Until then, we will be seeing you.
Yay!
We will.